Now, Nigeria's government has signed a memorandum of understanding with NASCO Foods on the production of high nutrient density biscuits for primary school pupils under the planned school meals project. CNBC Africa's Wale Famarewa caught up with Ogbonnaya Onu, Nigeria's Science and Technology Minister, and discussed the significance of the MoU and the potential for Nigeria to commercialize its research findings. Take a look.
When I assumed office, all the directors generals, heads of the various agencies in the ministry, they came to brief me to tell me things they were working on. And I felt that it was necessary and also important to make sure that because we have limited resources, that we should narrow down our research to areas of greatest need to the nation. So we did that. Every agency had one area that agency should concentrate on. Also, we made sure that all agencies understood that from then on, that what was acceptable to the ministry was that there must be protection of intellectual property. That whatever findings you have, you should do everything to patent, those findings. But most importantly was commercialization of research findings. We are convinced that if you don't take good ideas into the marketplace as goods and services, then Nigerians and the world will not be in a position to benefit from them. Arising from that, many of our agencies have changed their orientation. But I'm very happy that FIRO developed the high nutrient density biscuit, which any child between the age of 5 and 12, by eating a specified quantity of the biscuit, will be able to meet at least 1/3 of the nutrient requirements for a day. If it were in the past, yes, this biscuit will be available. Maybe a few persons may produce small quantities. But now, the trust is to make sure that the biscuit is found in the market in very large quantities because it has tremendous potential. School children can use biscuits. The nation is planning to start feeding our students on a daily basis. Some states, like Osun State, have been doing this, but the nation is now a national policy that will be implemented very soon. Also, our soldiers will need such biscuits, and it has a very good export potential. We can earn a lot of foreign exchange, on this. So with FIRO and these biscuits, and our intention to make sure that we mobilize all Nigerians for science and technology to take its rightful place in our national development. We also felt that there is the need to have this understanding between industry on one hand, research institutes on the other hand, and then government will be there to provide whatever support that is needed. I think it's on that basis that we say, look, let us look for the #1 company in Nigeria, #1 in cereals, #1 in biscuits, #1 in other confectionaries, and there is no other one but NASCO, a company that has been in production since 1967 and is an established leader in biscuits production. So, and NASCO was so happy, and that's why we had to sign this memorandum of understanding between the ministry, the Federal Ministry of Science and Technology, and the NASCO Foods Limited.
So now you've signed the memorandum of understanding with NASCO. What can we anticipate going forward? How quickly can we see this technology impact rolled out as a product?
It depends on NASCO, really, NASCO Foods. But incidentally, the managing director was present when this memorandum of understanding was signed. And he told everybody that NASCO has the capacity and that NASCO will do all that is necessary to bring out this product as quickly as possible.
Well, can you just dwell on the significance of this transaction and, in your view, the potential for us to see even more deals like this in the future?
This is just but the beginning, but it's a although it's a small step, but it's a very important step. We expect that commercialization of many of our findings will come on board. I'm sure in the next 2-3 years, we will see a lot of that happening. We will see a very big increase in the number of patents that agencies in the ministry will get. And in terms of the things that we may see coming up quickly, one of our agencies has developed a drug that can reverse epilepsy. And this is a major contribution, a very important contribution, the Shader Science and Technology Complex. They are working on patenting it and then getting it into the market. Because, epilepsy, but this reversal takes place from their study if the child is below 15 years. But above 15, they've not gotten the sort of results that they've gotten now. In so many areas, you can't believe it, one of our agencies now can produce football comparable to the ones that are manufactured in Pakistan, and cheaper. So there are so many in different areas that we anticipate will be commercialized soon.
Ogbonnaya Onu, Nigeria's Minister of Science and Technology.